Hello, grade 8 students. In this presentation, we're going to determine the function of the immune system. We're going to identify the self and the non-self, determine the term HLA, and the different types of grafts. So this is part 1, immunology, chapter 1, the immune response activities 1 and 2, self and non-self. First of all, we're going to talk about the immune system. So what is the immune system? The immune system is the army that protects our body against any bacteria, viruses, parasites, pathogens, and so on. So this is the main function or the main definition of the immune system. Also, in the immune system, what is the role of the immune system? The role of the immune system is to defend and to protect the body against any foreign invasions by bacteria, by viruses, by pathogens, by parasites, and so on. What is immunity? Immunity is the body's ability to protect and defend its body against any foreign attacks. What is immunology? Immunology it's the science that study the immune system and the organs of the immune system, the cells and the mechanism, meaning that how do these cells work and protect our body against any foreign attack. So here you have to know that the immune system defends its citizens and it attacks any foreigner. So the immune system defends our organs, our cells, our let's say our parts of the body, and attacks any foreign attacks, any foreign invasion by foreign bodies. So let's start here with the self and non-self. What's the difference between the self and non-self, and which one of them the body will attack? You have to know that self as a, let's say, a simple definition before we move into the complex and the complex definition and the definition that's going to be in our chapter, which is about the self and non-self. The simple definition to start with before we know what is HLA. This is the simple definition. Self is all that belongs to one's body, like my hand, my leg, my nose, my eye, my skin, and so on. While what is the non-self? Non-self, also at the simplest definition, all that doesn't belong to one's body, like your friend's hand, your friend's skin, your friend's leg, your friend's muscle cell, and so on. So which would the immune system attack? Sure, the immune system won't attack your body cells. Sure, it will attack the non-self, which are classified as non-self, as foreigners. So here, how does the immune system distinguish the self from the non-self? As you are distinguished, for example, as Lebanese, you have a Lebanese ID. So in biology, in the immune system, every cell has a biological identity marker. This marker is called the HLA. What is HLA? It's the human, H for human, L leukocyte, A antigen, found on the surface of nucleated cells, the cell that has nucleus. It's the biological identity marker. It's like your ID. You are a Lebanese citizen. You have an ID that say that you are Lebanese. So this HLA is a biological identity marker that say that this cell belongs to my body and the immune system will not attack it. As such, HLA, the cells of the same body, and those of the identical twins, they have same HLA, while the cells of different body, they have different HLA. Each person has specific HLA on the surface of nucleated cells. A note here that red blood cells, they don't have a nucleus, so they don't have HLA, and that's why we can donate blood to different organisms even though they don't belong to similar or identical HLA. Identical twins, they have identical HLA. So here let's develop Freir's model for the self and non-self. Self as definition, self is that belongs to one's body. This is the complex definition, and they have same HLA. Example about it is my hand. Non-example, my friend's hand. Non-self is that doesn't belong to my body, to one's body, and they have different HLA. This is the non-self. Example, my friend's hand. Non-example, my hand. So here, what is a graft? A graft is a transplant of a tissue or organ from one side to another, maybe in the same body or from one body to another. Maybe I'm going to transplant a skin graft from my thigh, let's say, to my face. This is within the same body. Maybe I'm going to transplant a kidney from my body to my friend's body. This is from one body to another. So autograft definition, the graft is transferred from one body to another in the same body. Example, from my hand to my thigh. This is called an autograft. Non-example, from my hand to my friend's hand. Second type of graft is called isograft. Isograft is the graft where it's transferred from one person to the identical twin, and only the identical twin. Example about this, Samir's kidney transfer to his identical twin, and here is a non-example. Allograft. Allograft is the graft transferred from one person to another within the same species. For example, from Maya to Rilla, both of them they are human. From a cat to another cat. From a dog to another dog. A non-example, from a cat to a dog. They are different species. And the last type of graft is xenograft, where it's transferred from one animal to another from different species. For example, from a cat and a dog. Cats and dogs, they are different species. While from Maya to Rilla, they are the same species. They are both of them, they are human. Notes. What will affect the fate of the graft? The fate of the graft, whether it's accepted or rejected, depends on the degree of similarity between HLA, between the donor, the one that donates, and the recipient, the one that receives or takes. Okay, here we covered the function of the immune system, the self and the non-self, the term HLA, and the different types of grafts. Thank you.